When we think of amazing architecture, we start to think, at least my generation has a habit of starting to thinking big, thinking iconic. Buildings that scream at you to look at them. Yet the structure that we're discussing today does none of that. It's simple, it's repetitive, and yet when you are in it, it feels human. It feels like a place to be still and to just be, made to honor a man that preached simplicity in life. Today on Standout Structures, we're looking at Gandhi Smarak Sangralaya at Sabarmati Aashram.
I felt, I was very young at the time, I think 58 we asked it, so I must have been 28 years old.
The museum was designed by Charles Correa to house Mahatma Gandhi's photographs, his books, his letters.
I wanted to try and express something of what Gandhi was as a person. To put it simply, the Washington Memorial could never be a monument to Gandhi. It's a good monument to Washington and perhaps even would work for Nehru, I have no idea. But Gandhiji was a much more modest and humble in that sense person. Look at his last possession, just a pair of spectacles, 3 little monkeys, a pair of chappals.
This modest and human-scale memorial uses brick piers, stone floors and tiled roofs to find a contemporary expression for the term Swadeshi.
So I wanted to give that sense of renunciation, as you said, but on a scale which was human. So the ceiling is actually at 7 feet going to 12 or so. It's a very low ceiling building. The scale is very small. I use the same materials as in his house, but I use them in a contemporary way. I wasn't trying to imitate his house. I wasn't doing Disneyland. I felt it should be what our voices, our contemporary voices speaking, but speaking about the values of this man. The reason the buildings might look more human is that I feel architecture is sculpture, but it is sculpture used by human beings. So it needs doors and windows, it needs place for light and air. And those openings don't spoil the sculpture, they make it complete. Have between units which show you something about Gandhiji, have open spaces, partly covered sometimes, where you can think about what you've seen.
The simplicity of this structure is not just in its planning. The materials too speak the same language, from the stone floors to the brick walls, from wooden doors to louvered windows devoid of any glass. The units in this museum are also randomly placed to mimic the planning seen in villages of India.
And that I learnt in school, I think at MIT. One of my professors who was a painter, Kepish, he said, there's such a thing as museum fatigue. You go to the Louvre and you go through room after room after room. There has to be a point at which you stop and you think about what you saw. The eye can rest and the mind can contemplate. And that's perfect for Gandhiji because it's really a place of scholarship and we had to establish that mood.
The final structure is truly a testament to the life lived by Mahatma Gandhi. It is a place of beauty and of stillness. A modern structure that honored the past but still looked at the future.
Well, just about any building is interesting. If you want to make it so, it could be a kennel for a dog, or it could be a palace for a king, I guess.
I hope you liked that episode of Standout Structures. If you did, let me know in the comments below. And also while you're down there, you can let me know what other structures you'd like to see in this series. That is it. I will see you guys next week for more content.